So, welcome to Netaji TV channel, my dear students and risk files of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So, I like to talk in this video about Mr. KCR behavior. Why he's behaving like that, no one understand right now. See, I tell you one important thing to all of you. At the time of election, I remember 2014 before, he made so many promises. Couple of promises I remind you today. One is he has mentioned about notification calendar. He also mentioned about unemployment allowance, and he is the person has spoken about contract based jobs. He has said after getting the position, he wanted to resolve the issue of contract based permanently. With one signature, he wants to resolve the issue from temporary to permanent. It was not done. Later on, he has said, I remember this one, very important in this Telangana state. Irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion, everyone should support to poor people who are living below poverty line. It was not at all fulfilled. And he has made another promise. Minority reservation bill 12 percentage. He has promised. He made the bill. It was sent to the parliament. Later on, I don't know what happened. And he has said another thing I like to remind you. Martyrs' families should be justified. It was not fulfilled. And every householder, every house should get the water from their homes. It was not fulfilled completely. And later, he has said employment allowance 3,000 change. Even none of the student and none of the unemployed has received in this state. This culprit, this fabricator, this hooligan, this vulture, he says so many things, but every time he confuses the people of the state. He tries to, you know, his contemplation is different. His mind was contaminated. His mind was contaminated. His body was contaminated. His soul was contaminated. His entire family was contaminated. I say several times. At the time of election, it can be bipole, assembly, or Lok Sabha. That time, he comes outside from the Pragati Bhavan or from his farmhouse. That time, he speaks about farmers. That time, he reminds about unemployment. That time, he talks about caste, religion, and etc. If there is no election, he does not make any press meet. If elections is there, he comes out. He talks, he makes stories, and he confuses the people. He instigates. on different topics. He reminds so many old stories, so many quotes. This type of different personality I never seen in my life in this country. Sometimes he says Narendra Modi is a great person. We should respect as a prime minister. Everybody should respect. He says. Later he only says, I kick him, I kill him. How dare central government is doing like this? He says like this. And sometimes he says that opposition party should criticize us. We don't we don't have any shame. We don't mind. He says like this. Later on, he only says that opposition party wantonly criticizing us. They don't have any agenda. They are not people well. They don't expect people well wish. He makes a narration like this. The moment we see such examples, we see examples like this, where we are, what is happening in the state. There are 1200 martyrs, students, unemployed, sacrifice their life for the statehood. For statehood, they have sacrificed their life. They have not suicide for the sake of only their families, not their personal agenda. They have sacrificed their life, 1200 members. They pour petrol. Some students hanged on. The reason being is employment. They have clear agenda. But later on, the entire state has gone to one family. It is the clutches of one family. It is under the KCR clutches, KCR family clutches, which is most unfortunate. One after one, one after one, one after one. He is getting progress on the name of power, on the name of finance, everywhere. He is managing media, he is managing political parties, he is managing associations, everywhere. There is a contamination. In fact, people are not realized. If you look at education system, so many schools were closed. Maybe there are many reasons behind it. But government side, there was no proper plan, there is no proper strategy. In the education system, I mean to say, literacy percentage. If you look at entire country, compare with all the states, Telangana number second place from the bottom rank, from the least rank. There are 28 states, there are 8 UTs, total 36. In the 36th rank was occupied by Bihar. 35th rank, Telangana. So here, do we feel proud of it? Do we feel shame on ourselves? Out of 36 areas, out 28 states and 8 UTs, 36. Telangana is the latest state, newborn baby, but is number one in liquor sales. Telangana government has given the permission for new wine shops, liquor shops. They made so many reforms on Abkari liquor policy. They have encouraged new brands in Telangana state. They also given a new policy, and not only policy, targets to the liquor shops. The entire country, entire world, generally, people or governments or anybody expect reservations in a good way. Like people expect reservations in employ, employment or jobs. People expect reservation in schools. People expect reservations in politics. People expect reservations in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Assembly elections. But the first time in Telangana state, one second.